Welcome to Art Camp. This is our Summer Rainbow Art Camp. I'm Miss Lisa.
And I'm Miss Christy.
And we want to just take a minute to show you around your box and get you familiar with the supplies inside before we begin. So go ahead, open your box, and let's take a look. The first thing you're going to see inside your box are your instructions. This little booklet is going to have all of the instructions you need to do every single project, even if you don't have the video of us teaching it to you. Okay, put that aside. The next thing you're going to see in your box is a tablecloth. Got it? Perfect. You're going to want to go ahead and spread that out. After you have your tablecloth ready to go, let's take a look at what else is in our box. All of the supplies are labeled. Every little paint jar has a label on it, so you're going to need to read and make sure that you know you're using the right supplies for the right project. All right, I want you to find your black jar of paint.
Orange, red, yellow, blue, purple. There's a lot of paint in here.
Read all the labels.
White.
Oh, here's black. There it is. Okay, the black jar of paint is almost full of paint because you're going to use that for 3 different projects. Three. You're going to want to spread it out and just use the amount needed for that project. Okay, good. The other thing that I want to point out to you is your oil pastels. Can you find your little baggie of oil pastels?
They look like crayons.
They do look like crayons. They're even Crayola brand, but they're not crayons.
So I can't color in the coloring book with them?
No, don't use them in your coloring book. Oil pastels are a little bit different because they're creamier than regular crayons and they put more color on your paper, and so we're going to use them for a very special project. You want to hang on to those.
They do look like a rainbow.
They do. Well, it's a Summer Rainbow Art Camp.
All right,
Perfect.
I'll save those.
Perfect. Okay, there's also 2 different types of papers in your box. You're gonna have to do a little digging because the papers are all on the bottom. You're gonna find a black piece of paper. You're gonna find a canvas board. There's your paper, yep. There's your canvas board. You're gonna find a magazine in there, but we're not gonna tell you what that's for yet.
Got that? Yep. Got my magazine.
Okay, now we're down to the papers. Let's take a look at those. All right, 1 pack of papers is labeled watercolor papers and it has a little clippy on it. So that's for 1 project. Then you have another paper that's kind of thick. We call that cardstock. You're gonna need that for a different project. So just wanted to show you the difference between your cardstock and then your watercolor paper, which is much thicker. There's also a paper at the very bottom. We're gonna need this for our first project, so you can keep that close by. And I'll tell you what that's about in a minute.
All right.
Okay, inside your toilet paper roll, we've stuck.
Paper roll.
Yeah, it's
right.
for a project.
Okay.
We've stuck some of your other supplies. There's a glue stick and a paintbrush and a pipette. Have you ever heard of a pipette? Guess which one's the pipette, Miss Christy?
Well, here's my glue stick and here's some paintbrushes.
All right,
So
2 options. This
one.
one. Good guess. This one is our pipette, and we'll give you instructions on how to use that later. This is
toothpick?
Yes, a toothpick. No, it's not a toothpick. This is your mini skewer. We're going to use it for one of our projects. It has a pointy end, so be careful, and then the other end is blunt, but you don't want to lose that little stick. It's going to be super important for your art projects.
Stick that stuff back on my toilet paper roll.
That's a great idea.
Since you say I need a toilet paper roll.
I do.
Right.
Okay, so while she's putting some of these things away, I just wanted to let you know how our instruction videos are going to go. If you've ever been to one of our art camps, it's going to feel very much like art camp because we're here at my dining room table in my house, and I'm going to be doing most of the instructions, but Miss Christy is such a great helper friend. She's going to be reminding me of things that you need to know, so you might hear her pop in with a tip or a suggestion.
Don't forget.
Yep, just like that. Very helpful. I'm going to be working right here on my project so you can see what's happening, and then we're going to have a student working right here in this space, and then we're also going to zoom in on another student doing their artwork so you can do it along with the student after we give you instructions. The video is gonna give you time to do the project, so you're not gonna need to pause it after every instruction, but if you need to, you can. Have I
Sounds like
forgotten?
fun.
Have I forgotten anything?
I'm ready to get started.
Okay, well if you're ready, I'm ready. Are you ready? Yay!